Well, it's been a while. Yes, I'm still alive, I do have a face, and a lot has happened since I last uploaded. I went to Japan, the Splatoon 3 finale happened, I became woke, a new console generation started, and life has finally meaning again. And during all of this, I have been very busy working on what I'm going to present to you today. I developed a website compiling every bit of Splatoon lore information there is, called splatoonlore.ink, or SLI for short. Besides the website, Splatoon Lore Inc. is also the name of our group of friends and creators centered around Splatoon lore, which is why you may have already spotted the foreshadowing SLI logo at the end of Rasika's recent videos. And now, the website that I've been solo developing for the past 2 years is finally seeing its initial launch. So then, what can you expect from this website? The original idea was to simply have a central place to browse all the translations of Japanese-only content Rasika's and other translators from our group have been working on, but this quickly exploded into a very ambitious project where I wanted to compile all the lore information there is, so including in-game info, stuff from the art books, and so on. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the structure of the website and explain its different features. The website is structured into 3 main sections: Resources, Research, and Related. Resources offers the pure information as you would read it for yourself from the original source, while Research will provide summaries, compilations, and other articles done by our group. Related is where you find everything else, links to tools and bonus info that isn't strictly lore related, as well as extras that I just wanted to add for fun. The main focus of the initial website launch will be the Resources section, so let's take a closer look at it. First, we have the in-game info subpage. This page features all the sunken scrolls and logs from across the games, as well as other menus such as the memcakes and Grisco manuals. This is the part that took the longest to develop because I got kinda carried away, and I basically decided that I wanted to recreate the UI and overall experience from the actual game as close as possible. Plus, in some places, I actually tweaked the design further to make it even more comfortable to browse. For example, in Marina's Dev Diaries, the text is displayed separately from the images to make it easier to read. Next up, the developer interview page is a collection of every dev interview we know of, most of which were Japanese only, but can now be read in English thanks to the crazy work the translators in our group and in the community have done over the years. For interviews that had been translated by news sites or where the author explicitly wished that the article is not reposted, we provide summaries with a link to the original article. Moving on, artbook info features most of the info you could find in each of the Splatoon artbook releases so far. For the first 2 artbooks, I transcribed the official English translations and divided them into different articles, including select images as well as developer notes. For the Japanese-only artbooks, you can read fan translations organized in the same way. While the Haikara Walker has been fully translated by fans already, the art of Splatoon 3 and the Bankara Walker are only partially translated so far. However, the most interesting information has already been translated and is available to read as well. The diegetic media subpage is a bit different. While the previous subpages were mostly organized by the source of the info, diegetic media is a special page that collects all the articles that are made as in-universe media. For example, the interviews and articles on the idols and splat bands you see in the booklets of the game's CD releases, or special features in the Bankara Journal from the Bankara Walker. Lastly, other material, as the name suggests, is the place for any other info from random sources that doesn't fit into any category and doesn't warrant its own subpage yet. At this time, this is mostly non-diegetic info from Nintendo's websites like the Squid Sister stories or the bits of original info from the Splatoon base website. So much for the resources sections. Before we touch on the remaining sections, let's first discover some of the other features of the website in general. You may have noticed this array of buttons on the right side of the navigation bar. The top row buttons allow you to easily switch between subpages and between articles within each subpage. And for the in-game lore pages, navigating with these buttons also automatically scrolls you to the content for convenience. And speaking of, the in-game lore pages also feature full screen mode for better immersion. Moving on to the bottom row of buttons. This is the website's settings menu. Besides accessibility options and a dark mode switch, you can also choose from a couple of different color schemes for the website and toggle animated backgrounds for selected pages. Finally, this is also where you can find the background music player. Certain pages, at this moment this is all the in-game info pages, feature selected music tracks to accompany the info you're viewing. You can skip tracks, and also choose what tracks should be played. By clicking at the title of the track, you can switch the track to be skipped when the playlist moves on automatically. Also, on the desktop version of the site, there's a shortcut to enable and disable background music playback. Speaking of, while I've been only showing you the desktop version of the website so far, I adjusted the page layout for mobile as well. From simple stuff like the interviews to even the more complicated in-game pages, I made sure everything is comfortable to browse on mobile as well. Now for the remaining sections of the website, as well as some of the future plans for it. Right now, the research segment features two subpages. Splatoon Lore 101 is basically just an explanation of how we personally work with the game's lore, and it contains hints on different stuff to look out for. For example, problems with the English translations, keeping gamification in mind, and stuff like that. Lore Compilation is the subpage for different documents members of our group have made that organize the different information we have, like this list of species that can be seen or are referenced in the world of Splatoon that is being maintained by Resikas among others. I'm planning to also add similar documents for other topics in the future, for example a dedicated article on the Splatoon scripts. Also, beyond that, the idea is also that there will be articles written by different members of our group on different topics, basically like a blog, but that will still have to be worked out. As for the related segment, you have a link to the awesome decipher.ink website, a tool made by my friend Kerfuzzle that helps you easily decipher text written in Splatoon scripts, but also creating your own texts. And lastly, the bonus info subpage features stuff that I really just added for fun, but I'm gonna leave that up to you to discover. So that's basically what I've been up to for the last 2 years. In case you're wondering, yes, I am in fact insane, and I have still stuff planned for the website that I haven't even touched on yet. And of course, the website will also be updated whenever new information comes out. And even beyond the website, I have so much stuff I still want to do, which also includes finally making YouTube videos again. So I have one last announcement for today. I recently launched a Patreon. This Patreon is basically for any of my projects I'm working on, and one of the first benefits you can get as a patron are some high-quality, lossless downloads of my Dead Fish mix. Plus, you receive downloads like this for future music mixes and other projects I'm going to release as well. Also, while I can't provide any exclusive benefits regarding the lore website, if you like the website, this Patreon is still the best way to support the website indirectly, if you want to do so. At the very least, my patrons will be credited on the website's credits page, like so. Also, since I kinda soft launched my Patreon a couple of weeks before I made this video, I can already give my first patrons credits. Thank you so much Andy Lucho1 and Yukwi Barracks for supporting the channel. You have subscribed even before I launched the website and after I haven't uploaded for over 2 years. You're the real ones. So then, I hope you will enjoy the website, and thanks for watching. Bye.